Manufacturers have warned of a spike in commodity prices if government insists on charging an annual 200,000 shillings license fee on vehicles. Under the Uganda Manufacturers Association and the Private Sector Foundation of Uganda, they argue that such a fee will drastically increase their cost of production.
The scrap from...
Appearing before the Parliament's Finance Committee, the manufacturers instead proposed that the tax should be maintained for only privately owned vehicles.
And yet we are already paying taxes through fuel and the advance tax that we pay for operating motor vehicles. So it amounts to double taxation while increasing costs of production, which will be felt by the end consumer.
For purposes of excluding producers of wealth, who would include manufacturers, services providers like tour operators, etc. For simplicity, so that you target my personal car, which is fine, but you leave out the business vehicles.
Also, the Ministry of Finance wants to reduce the tax applicable on OPEC beer from 650 shillings per litre to 230 shillings per litre. OPEC beer is one manufactured from locally produced raw materials. According to the Ministry of Finance, the reduction in tax is meant to support the emerging local producers. However, the big sector players like Uganda Breweries Limited want the Ministry of Finance to clarify on whether this exemption will apply to other beverages that use locally produced raw materials.
Our argument consistently has been that OPEC or any similar product is meant to fight informality. And currently 65% of the alcohol consumed in Uganda is informal. And that means it's not registered and it's not taxed.
What I think my brother, my son, Onapita, I don't know if it's a son now or my brother, what he's trying to say, let him stay with what he has. Don't bring in any new laws that is going to affect all his plans, all his business plans that he has already laid out.
Mr. Chairman, the proposal probably would be for us to, to broaden this scope and also for us to make it clear on what is included in this section, because it is going to cause confusion in the industry. As it is now, it appears like any other alcoholic beverage locally produced. It means even all those other beers that are using local raw materials will go for this rate.
For me, my proposal, one, would be to hold this tax for a certain period of time. We are not against you taxing. We are not against government taxing this product. But let's give it time, either 3 or 5 years.
Meanwhile, those in the tourism sector claim the proposed 12% tax on internet data will slow down their business, which is mostly done online. Government intends to collect 400 billion shillings through the proposed tax measures in the 2021-2022 financial year. Herbert Ziwa, NTV Weekend Edition.